Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
A happy beast is a giving beast. That's what Professor Howen always says, at least. If we treat them well, they'll treat us well.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your...
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a... Some provide us with magically imbued materials, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sad, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that... Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to...
Hey, over here. Come on.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I... You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good...
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something... At least, that's what we decide.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're... Actually, in light of that, there's someone...
You've intrigued me. Very...
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the...
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll... I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and...
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to... You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on them.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, the poachers' influence is growing. I see them they're up to something.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on.
I think that's a fine idea.
And the more I know, the better I can keep hiring.
You seem undeterred.
Oh, very well. I should be going, but...
Accio! Confringo! Levioso! Descendo! Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than...
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a trouble.
Oh, of course not. From what I understand. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. We are fortunate to... Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Go on, take the moon. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village... those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against... Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear... You, however, have seen how they have... I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring my... In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my...
Why would I do this? Seems all...
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a room. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However,
But what about curfew?
And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone... now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom, and the other in the hospital wing.
Aloha Mora. Well done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all. Aloha Mora. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
The faculty tower caught you sneaking about, didn't I?
Revelio.
Revelio.
How are your students getting along this year?
Revelio.
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between art and
Revelio.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrokom has got rid of his attendants. If the ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or arm, I suppose. My mark's in
Revelio.
What that class is for.
She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone, troll?
How dare you speak to a prefect?
Aloha Mora.
I'm a prefect.
Revelio.
On account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well.
Revelio.
Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not. Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport.
Revelio. Revelio. Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoon. But that does not explain the boggart in Oxmead, does it? I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity...
It's definitely intriguing.
You, my friend, are a gentle person. Now, remember, The moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when...
You mentioned offerings.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even... Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unwrap.
Understood.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Revelio.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned...
Hello, Homora.
She hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Revelio. Revelio.
Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Got it. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.